Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about why I came back to Don't Starve. So, why did I come back? So, first things first, the reason why I initially came back was because of the Don't Starve Uncompromising mod, which I thought was going to fix a lot of the issues the game had and could generally just make the game better. As I actually tried it, I found that is definitely not the case though. The mod kind of just exacerbates a lot of the issues with the game. It just makes some of the things that are already a problem there worse, and some of the poor design decisions, rather than actually taking the game's strengths and making them better. So generally, not a big fan of the uncompromising mod now that I've tried it. It's extremely obnoxious to play rather than being fun to play. And quite frankly, there's just no extra added challenge to it. It's not actually difficult. It's annoying. It just adds obnoxious things here and there. And that's how they decided they wanted to make it difficult. Which, I mean, I guess if you were to add enough of them, it would eventually make it difficult. But it wouldn't be a fun sort of difficult. It would be a matter of, oh, yeah, you died for no reason sort of difficult, if you get my gist. That said, why I decided to stick around after finding out that that was a thing is, generally, I just like making videos. So, editing a video together, pretty fun for me. As far as actually playing Don't Starve goes, I mean, I gotta be close to 2,100 hours now across my couple accounts. And I've just played this game so much that I'm to the point where there's no point in me playing the game anymore. There's no challenge left, which is the whole point and why the game is fun. So generally, the only way for me to make the game fun is either to mod it, which has another issue that the game is coded in 32-bit, so you can't mod it very much without the game having some horrendous crashes or lagging horribly. So that's not fun. And yeah, I mean, generally, the reason why I stuck around is because I like making videos. I like doing the whole YouTube thing. And generally, it's fun to see what works and what doesn't. But as far as actually playing the game goes, that's not like a super fun thing for me because I have too many hours in the game for how much content there is. There's like, I'd say for an average person, you could probably finish everything in like 100 hours. I mean like everything in Don't Starve Together. If you were quick, you could probably get it done in 25 even. If you like watch the guide first, you could get through everything very quickly. 25 hours probably. And I put, a good 2,000 something in. So I just put too much time into it. And generally, my main issue with it is, I mean, it's not like it's really a poor design thing. It's a matter of the replayability after a certain point just doesn't work anymore with the way that they designed it. And generally, a game doesn't have to actually do that. They just need to sell the game to make money if they want to make money, unless they're like selling skins or something, in which case they have to do something different. But basically, I mean, that's their whole strategy, is to make the game really fun at the beginning and get people to come in then. And they don't really make content for veteran players or content to keep players around because there's really no point for them. So yeah, there's that. They have been doing some good updates recently as far as the character refreshes go. I definitely like to see that, and I think they've done actually a decently good job because most of the characters that they have refreshed, they're all just going up right into A tier. And so, I mean, I think they did a good job with that. If that's what their goal is, they just want to make every character like an A tier character, great job. Yeah, generally, as far as the ocean content goes, I've actually been very disappointed. The character refreshes have been great, though, and the new characters, they've definitely brought some more fun stuff. Yeah, and then as far as actually playing the game goes, I think if they wanted to make this game more replayable, they definitely could. The original Don't Starve was very replayable because the seasonal bosses were significantly more difficult than they are in Don't Starve Together. So my issue is that there's just some difficulty that's missing here as far as the actual survival goes. The only difficulty you can get is all optional. So if I want to go fight a raid boss, it's going to have some difficulty, right? But I only have to do that when I'm fully prepared for it. So I can go, say, I'm pretty slow at the game. I can go and fight the dragonfly at day 100. There's no need for me to be fast about it. But if I was playing regular Don't Starve, I could get the seasonal dragonfly, and it might come and attack me. My first time that the first time that I entered the game. I mean, my first summer. So if I went and did that, I could just get absolutely owned, because the seasonal dragonfly in regular Don't Starve is just enraged the moment you attack her, and she'll basically burn down your base if you don't kill her. And if you don't know how to deal with her, or don't have the gear to deal with her at that point, you're just gonna get owned. And it's not an optional thing, it's a matter of, if it happens, yeah, you better know how to deal with it, or else you're gonna die. And if it doesn't happen, I mean, you got lucky, right? You get more time to prepare now, but you won't always be lucky. I think if they wanted to just add some nice difficulty for longer time players, I definitely first off like to see some more ways to automatically farm twigs and grass, just because they get so obnoxious in terms of how long it takes to farm those things. And generally, it's just not a fun time redoing that repeatedly forever. Oh, this guy was also a Maxwell. We'll take it. It's just not a fun time when you have to go and pick grass and twigs to do whatever it is you want to do. And even if you're in like 1,000 days, the only character that can really bypass that automatically is who is it? That would be Wickerbottom, which is one of the reasons why she is just so strong. Is because of that. Just, she's super duper strong because of that strength she has there with her automatic farms. And there's no real reason for that. There's no rhyme, no reason for why any of that has to be that way. So what they could do is add some more late game issues. So say for instance, they could add more hounds that are a little bit more dangerous. Like say they could add an orange gem hound, something like that. Or they could add a green gem hound. Things that just make the game more difficult in later game, and they affect you as you generally survive. But what I think they're trying to do right now is actually literally just make the game easier, which, I mean, that's okay. If you're just wanting to do that and you want the first 70 days for people to be able to make it through, that's perfectly okay. But once you get past that, there's no extra difficulty added on. So if I make it through one in-game year, I basically finish the game. It's not hard to do. It's really not. I know some of you guys are newer, but you'll find pretty quickly that you'll make it through very easily. Now, if Klee wanted to make the game better, here's what I would do. I would first off start by making it so hound attacks, they can just keep going up forever and ever. So I want it so that hound attacks, if you're 10,000 days in, you can get like a couple hundred of them after you, right? So we'll start off with that, because you'll have tooth traps and things to deal with them by then, and it won't be a very big deal. What will be a big deal, though, for that is it gets really boring if there's no challenge left with attacking these things. I would also like to see it that the hound attacks go up faster, so they don't just go up like one every time they attack. It should go up like a couple every time they attack, so like 3 or 4, and it just keeps adding. So it adds very quickly, and eventually it gets to a point where the hound attacks are very dangerous. They should also remove the bug where you can just completely avoid hound attacks by going in the caves. That shouldn't exist. You should get like depth worms or something on you then. It shouldn't just delete the hound attack. That needs to be fixed. Yeah, and then if they could add some seasonal bosses, that would be great. I would really love to see some more seasonal bosses. That would definitely help the game out. If they could also, on top of adding seasonal bosses, if they were to add some more late game content. What I would really like to see really is a runes rework instead of what they're trying to do now, which is they're trying to fix the game by, instead of doing a runes rework, they're adding more content with the oceans, which so far it's been very rushed as far as I can see. It's a matter of the execution is very poor because I don't know, they must be getting rushed by like their managers or something. It's not a good time. And that's all for this video today. If you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Bye bye, guys.